Welcome, brother. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between the concept of recovery and the concept of rebooting. I'm JK Emezi, founder of Elevated Recovery and head coach at the Porn Reboot System. We help high-performing executives, business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders end their secret behavior with pornography and masturbation discreetly within 90 days. The other day I watched the new Matrix movie, Matrix Resurrections, and I'm a fan of the franchise. I honestly wasn't too impressed with the new one, but as a fan, we take what we can get, right? But I couldn't help during this movie, couldn't help but think of the comparisons between the concept of rebooting and the concept of recovery. And I know for a lot of brothers out there, you might be like, whatever, like, what's the difference and why should I care? Because all I want to do is end this out of control behavior, right? So I'm going to show you that both recovery and rebooting can get you somewhere. It just depends on if that is the place you want to get to. A lot of brothers have a destination, but sometimes you get to that destination and yes, you're not acting out, you're no longer watching pornography or masturbating, but you might still not be happy at the place where you arrive. And bearing in mind that this can take quite a while to control your behavior, and by quite a while I mean anywhere from 1.5 to 2 years if you're using our system, or a couple of years if you're using a different system, I think it's critically important to be able to know the difference between the different approaches that you're taking. So I'm going to talk about that real quick. So recovery from an addiction takes you back to what is familiar. You recover that which you lost, but you also gain the life which society wants you to lead, kind of like being in the Matrix and having a role. So you are reabsorbed into society and you're given a role which it wants you to have, which society wants you to have. Rebooting, on the other hand, is kind of like Neo taking the red pill from Morpheus. It is restarting your life. It's crossing a boundary into a new life, a real life, a life of vitality, a life of meaning, but it's no longer a life which you can predict or a life which society has actually prepared you for. And therefore, rebooting is for the courageous. Our program is not for everybody. It is to be guided to the edge of the unknown, like standing at the precipice of a giant bowl. And many people have tried only to pull back because it feels like too great a risk. It's too different from the traditional and it fills them with too much insecurity. That's one of the reasons why we work mostly with entrepreneurs, with successful business owners, with executives, and with leaders, because within society, these are the individuals who are most likely to take risks. We also have quite a few successful artists that work with us as well. Basically, individuals who are comfortable walking down the unknown path and understand that it does come with a little bit of sacrifice and requires quite a bit of effort. Some of the things I hear from men when I share what the concept of rebooting actually entails is, you know what, JK, perhaps I should just work with the local therapist in my area or go to Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous. Like, this feels like a little too much. Or, oh wow, so this may take a while and I have to change my routine, change my lifestyle, be consistent. Dude, that's a lot of responsibility and I already have a busy career. You know what I suddenly realized, man? You know what? I'm the only one standing in my way. I can do this on my own. I just need to, I need to figure out how to get out of my own way. Right, JK? I hear that. Or some men are like, I have to express my deepest feelings and insecurities among a group of men I don't know. You know what? I think I'll just keep using your free material and listening to your podcast. Or some guys say, you know what, I'm okay with investing in this, but I just don't think I'm ready for this level of change in my life yet. Now, all of these are based on fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of loss of identity, loss of money, loss of pride, fear of failure, fear of facing the enormity of your weakness, fear of pain, fear of letting go of sex, orgasm, the only pleasure that you've come to count on. Then men will also say, JK, I want to discover who I truly am. I know I'm not this addiction. Rebooting is saying yes to your true nature, not the nature society or the Matrix expects you to have. And you have to first say yes to the unknown in order to say yes to your true nature. You have to know that you don't know yourself as well as you think you do, because if you did, your compulsive behavior would be a choice. But we both know that it isn't. You have your thoughts, you have your different opinions, but those things haven't eased your pain. They haven't revealed the truth about yourself. You have to be willing to take the risk. You have to be willing to take that step and enter a new life. Rebooting is about transformation. So when we are open to rebooting, we are open to transformation. You will not be the same person when you began the journey, and you will never see yourself in the same way again. When we reboot, it may seem that perhaps we are, obliged to take on a new identity. But no, you aren't. See, identity is how you want to be perceived by society. Identity is used to survive and navigate the mundane surface world. And your identity is influenced and molded by society, the matrix, right? I'm vaxxed or I'm unvaxxed, or I'm a follower of this political party or that political party. Or when you go into recovery, you identify as an addict. Hello, my name is John, and I am a porn addict. All of these serve their purposes, don't get me wrong. But ultimately, the universe, God, life, nature, whatever, doesn't give two shits about your identity. Identity only creates an attachment. So you're constantly defending your identity or attacking the identity of others. And the media keeps you updated on which identity is attacking your identity today. So much unhappiness is generated. When you hit that reboot button, you release all identities, especially those identities which feed your compulsive sexual behavior. The victim, the incapable, the lonely, the fearful, the self-reliant, the persecuted, the discriminated, the unworthy of being loved, the liar. All are released, and you have the freedom from that restart point to create a new self-image. And your self-image is your sense of who I am and what I am. It is 100% created by you. Your mental picture of yourself changes as you successfully progress through the different stages of your reboots, and thus, so does every experience in your life moving forward. Now, once you get there, my job is done. But to get there in the first place, brother, you must first embrace the unknown. Whenever you're ready, here are 4 ways that Porn Reboot can help you out for free. The first way is to subscribe to our channel and make sure you click on the notification bell to get a new video every other day. The second way is to get a copy of the free book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men. You'll learn about my personal struggle and the lessons I've learned over a decade, as well as strategies for putting together your porn reboot plan and ending your compulsive behavior with pornography or masturbation. So click on the link in the description below this video. The third way is if you're not sure where to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, if you'd like to spend time with like-minded professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, guys who work in sales, consulting, or high-level jobs, men who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot group on Facebook. There's also a link to join in the description below this video. And finally, if you need help right now because you have a burning issue, your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally, you're about to lose your relationship, you want to live up to your potential, you want to be an authentic man and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, click on the link in the description below this video that says free coaching call, or visit elevatedrecovery.org and click on the link which says book a call.